My dear people, I am asking you to understand that in about a month, because our people who are running for office, they are not that dumb. They want the legislation to go in front of our Supreme Court of New Jersey after the election, so that they will be elected, because everything is me first, and then we talk about your needs. First they have their safe post, and then they begin to think about me and you. They are going to bring in front of our legislation that marriage can be open to 2 guys and to 2 women. And then they can adopt. And we are telling them, by your signature that you did, by your witness that you have in your life, by your commitment to the church, that what God has made is good. And no one, no human can take it apart. And that is what we need to voice up, dear people. Because we know that everything that is good comes from married life, comes from family. We destroy the family and destroy the church, and we can destroy the society, which already we are doing it. Many Catholics today do not believe in the sacramental marriage. They enter into marriage and they enter into another marriage like they are drinking a glass of water. They marry in the church, and because they are refused to marry with the sacrament of the church, with the blessing of the church, they go to the Episcopalian, they go to the Lutherans, they go wherever they can find. Because they are not really Catholics beginning with. They were never part of us. And that's why today on this Sunday, we call it Sunday to Respect Life. The church believes that in that womb of that mother, from the time of conception till the time that baby is delivered, that baby has the right to live. And you and me are not gods. It's God who brings life, and God who is asking life to return to Him. And we need to support that in a very, very fundamental way. What about our children today who are born Down syndrome, or they have any other problem that they are born with? Sometimes we are asking to hide them. Sometimes we give them medication even to kill them. What about our elderly people? Because my mother has Alzheimer's, and my mother doesn't have no quality of life. And so I am asking a doctor to give her an injection, which we call it euthanasia, so she will have peace. We are doing this in our nursing home, dear people. We are doing this in our living assistance. We are doing it at home. We are doing it in our hospital. If you are not aware of this, we are doing it. And we stay put. We need to voice ourselves. We are not getting younger. We are getting up there too. And you know what goes around will come around too. That baby in that womb had the right to live because he is in potential of becoming a person. He had the potential of becoming a person. And you and I have no right to kill that baby. One father, the doctor said to me, is going to be born Down syndrome. 99.9 of those doctors, they were wrong. Let nature take its course. You want me to have a Down syndrome? If that is the plan of God for you, if God is going to bring you closer to Him with this child, why not? Many times this child brings so much joy, although they can be a burden. Last word for you is this. Do not listen to Washington. Do not listen to Trenton. Listen to Jesus. If you want to have heaven. Look what Jesus said at the last sentence of the gospel, when He brought a child in their midst and said, if you accept this child in my name, accept me. And if you don't become like this child, you have nothing to do in my kingdom. And why He said that? Because the child is totally dependent on the parents. for all his care, and we dependent on our Father for all our care. One thing is necessary: to abide with his law, to be obedient to him, and everything will follow. My dear people, today we need to take it seriously, that the call that we have as Catholics is to stand up for married life, is to stand up for life. Today we are having people who have this pro-choice in their hand, in their mind, which I call it pro-death. And they have the nerve to walk up this aisle to be pro-life. You cannot be with Jesus and against him at the same time. You cannot be for death and before life, which you receive in communion. You cannot play the game. The game is over. If you feel you are pro-choice, leave us alone. Because we are with Christ, and with Christ alone we will stay. Whether you are the president or whatever you are, legislator, you are elected by me there. And you are human like me. You are not God. I have one voice to listen, and that's the voice of God. Let us uphold our married life people for their sacrifices they did, for their example that they showed us. And thank you, married people, for being heroic in your difficulties, to return to Christ for strength and remain together to teach us that marriage can be possible. Now,